Warning, incoming game over. Warning, incoming game over.
Hello? How are you doing? That was kind of a rough game. Oilers lose 3-2 to the Washington Capitals. They stay tied for first in the Pacific Division with Vegas. I don't know. What a rough game. What a rough game without McDavid. I mean, this one's tough. I mean, it's a classic Oilers. They get goalied by Logan Thompson. Great goalie, snubbed by Team Canada. Completely outshoot them, outchance them. I want to say outplay them, but I don't know. Outside of Leon Draisaitl, Ty Emberson, can you really say that? It just looked like the game just kind of happened. I don't know. It really feels like Leon Draisaitl is the only player on this team right now. Quite literally. I mean, he's absolutely the Hart winner, Hart Trophy frontrunner. But man, I don't know. That's just what a game. Just what a game. I blame Stu for the loss. I don't care if the team stops playing. You still got to make the save. Stu played bad. 14 shots. The second one channeled prime, absolutely stellar Mike Smith impression. It was beautiful. He even stumbles and everything. It looks exactly like him. First goal is not his fault. That's, on Nurse. Nurse is, of the 5 Oilers, completely deep on a rush in the Capital zone. Comes back on a 2-on-1, but Colson's trying his best to get back. Kulak, what can he do? Because Nurse is just way, way, way out of the way. You can't blame Stu on that one, but that second one, that one's just, I don't know. Did he lose sight of it? Did he fall over? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. More nachos. I agree. Corey Perry with the nice shot from a goal that was ultimately all Draisaitl, with nachos on the ice. That was pretty funny. It really was. He picks up the puck next to the hash marks in the Oilers zone. He's able to skate it all the way down, and he gets a good pass on to Perry, and he scores. All Draisaitl. Draisaitl, beautiful shot on the first one. It's a good pass from Nurse, but it's Draisaitl is wide open. Picard would have saved that 2-on-1. He did 5 times versus the Wild. I think Picard's okay. I don't know if he saves that. Stu on a good night saves that. Stu can absolutely save that. But it's got to be him on a good night, right? And that's kind of the risk you take with Skinner, is that he's going to be good enough, and he's going to be better come playoff time. We've seen it year in, year out. But I don't know. We have all this offense. We have all this shots. We have 5 expected goals. We missed the net a bunch of times, but that doesn't even matter because we already have 30 plus shots. But really, did you were there really that many great chances on those shots? I don't know. I just didn't see an Oilers team that, outside of Draisaitl, who cares every night, Stetcher and Emberson, who are playing for their spots right now, playing for their roster spots with John Klingberg coming in. I just didn't see a team that really cared. When the number 1 team in the league came in to Edmonton after a big road trip, they had a few days rest. Number 1 team in the league comes in, and I just didn't see a care. Just not a care in the world with McDavid out. I don't know why that is. I thought a lot of people had really just lackluster games. I thought Ekholm and Bouchard, just whatever. They didn't really do much. I thought Nurse and Kulak were pretty bad when they played together. And I thought they played pretty good when they were playing with Stetcher and Emerson on their own pairs. But really, I don't know. What do you want me to say about that? You saw that. We have a lot of offense, but no one can score. Bouchard having a huge offseason. Noah Phillip, nothing. Same with Jeff Skinner. I mean, Noah Phillip, no second die. I mean, he got 5 minutes of ice time. I mean, that's just that's just an Oilers coaching classic, you know? How many times did Holloway get 5 minutes? Broberg get 5 minutes? You clearly have tired legs out there. I mean, Kapanen he only got 7 minutes. He got a shift near the end of the third period, and he immediately made something of it. But, short bench. You short the bench as the game goes on. And what is Philip gonna do in those 5 minutes? Really? I don't think Bouchard's having an off year. I think he's having a worse year than last year, but I think Bouchard is playing pretty consistently really good hockey, if not great. But I mean, tonight was definitely not it. He just didn't look like he cared. Outside of the last 2 minutes, that he played fine there. Same with Ekholm. Thought this was Ekholm's worst game in a very, very long time. Wow. I'm actually kind of shocked. I'm actually shocked that was the performance from the Oilers top line. It was crazy. It's actually crazy to me. Can't wait to have Klingberg taking Bouchard. Klingberg is not taking Bouchard's spot. Bouchard is top, I'd say top 15 this season in the league. Klingberg is nowhere near that. He hasn't been there offensively in a while. He is just absolutely awful defensively, but that's not why he's here. He's here to be some offensive juice on our third pair, which we kind of need. Troy Stetcher and Emerson, that's not really who they are. Sometimes, especially with Emerson, that can be who they are. But tonight, I didn't really believe that. From Bouchard or Ekholm or Nurse or Kulak. I thought Nurse played very aggressive, and I thought he made a lot of mistakes. On the broadcast, Jack and Louis were complimenting Nurse a lot, and I just didn't agree. I thought that the defensive plays he made were because he was way out of position. I mean, he was literally the reason for that 2-on-1 in the first place. There were constantly plays where he was leaving men open, just trying to get up on the rush, not coming back. I don't know. Bouchard has cost the Oilers at least 6 games in turnovers. I mean, Bouchard has won the Oilers so many games in terms of goals scored while he's on the ice versus goals scored against. But regardless of that, regardless of whether Bouchard, he wasn't even the worst defenseman tonight, and he's never really is. But I don't know, I just don't see any care. I just don't see any care from the people tonight. This is not like when the Oilers played with Connor McDavid injured earlier in the year. This is just nothing like that. It's just completely different, and I really don't know why. I don't know. I don't know if that it's hard to watch, especially in a game where it's on paper and on the shot clock, they outplay them, but I really just, I don't know. We're gonna move into our second period here. I'm gonna give it a little read for Hyperdrive Hockey. Shift into Hyperdrive and get ready to have some fun with your news source for all the biggest stories in hockey, bringing a unique style of broadcasting and commentary with a Quebecois flavor. Hyperdrive Hockey combines top-tier hockey analysis, big stories, pop culture, and a damn fun atmosphere that will drive debate, make you think, and more. Join Max Van Hout, Daphne Malbouf, and Kevin Larame every Tuesday and Friday for your fill in the hockey world. Watch on YouTube or on the Game Over Network channel, or subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon. Head to our website, thegameovernetwork.com, for more. All right. So what actually happened in this game? What are we doing here? There was a lot of line experimentation. like a lot of it that I actually found. In that third period, we were mixing D pairs. You saw Bouchard Nurse. You saw Ekholm Kulak. You saw Bouchard Kulak. And I don't know why. I mean, I guess just try and see what works, but I would like it's not like you were rewarding them for good play, because if you were, you'd be looking at definitely Ty Emberson. And I feel like, with John Klingberg coming in, he's going to be that third right defenseman. He's probably going to replace Troy Stecher. And Troy Stetcher's probably going to move to 7, depending on how John Klingberg plays. If he plays terribly, then Troy Stecher still has a spot, obviously. But I mean, you're hoping that Emberson is going to take that step up and play with Nurse, because you absolutely cannot play Klingberg with Nurse. That cannot happen. That can't happen. So you're looking for Emberson to play there, or you're looking for Kulak to play there, and you go Emberson Klingberg, which I'm really skeptical of, especially for the last couple of games with Nurse Kulak. They're not playing as well as they used to, like they really didn't. So I would really like to see Emberson get rewarded for his really good play. I think, and I think it was a mistake for Chris Knobloch to not do that tonight. Thanks for reading my comments right away. Of course, that's my goal. You're here. You're talking with me, and I hope to give a good and honest conversation back. Wind is blowing 65 kilometers an hour at Rocky Mountain House. That's crazy. That is crazy. You have a good night. Yeah, I think John Klingberg's place is going to be replacing Troy Stecher. I hope that he is well. I was reading an article in The Athletic that says that Bowman was actually looking to sign him really early in the season. Actually in the offseason, I believe. But John Klingberg wanted to make sure that his health was 100% before coming back, because he's been dealing with really severe hip issues. Now, if you know, especially if you're on the older side of being a pro athlete, a hip injury is nothing to sneeze at. Like especially in hockey, it really heavily impacts your skating. And for a defenseman whose defense is already really bad, that is really concerning. So that does give me some confidence that maybe that he can maybe improve, maybe at least keep his defensive game where it was before it fell off a few years ago when he was dealing with injury. But man, I don't know how you don't promote Ty Emberson in this game. I really don't. There were just so many times where he was pinching at the right moments and not pinching at the right moments, being able to get back, being able to make the good passes, being able to make good pressure, winning puck battles, stuff that I just was not seeing from Nurse, from Kulak, from Ekholm, from Bouchard. I don't know. Like, this is the guy that we got in our Cody Ceci trade. This is our Cody Ceci replacement. I want to see him play on that second pair. Like, I really do. And I mean, I guess you could say the same for Jeff Skinner. I thought he played okay tonight. I mean, in terms of like getting some chances, getting some nice passes. But like, it didn't end up in a goal. We have all these people we signed in the offseason, re-signed, let Holloway go, let Fogle go. And I don't know. I'm just seeing a really old Oilers team right now. I think Corey Perry, I don't know. I know he scored. I don't know why he was out there at the end of the game. Is it just because he's a goal scorer? Put Jeff Skinner out there. Corey Perry looked old. Like, he looked old. Like, he was not skating very well. He was behind the play. He was, I don't know. We've signed Arvidsson, Skinner. We re-signed Perry. We re-signed Henrique. We re-signed Brown and Janmark. And I'll admit, I think that in terms of shots expected goals, possession, all the on-paper stats that I usually love to talk about, they objectively played an amazing game. I mean, 5 expected goals. That is insane. Like, some lines, Hopkins, Brown, Janmark was like 1.6, 5-on-5. That's unbelievable. But I just didn't see any, like, amazing chances. I didn't see any, like real scoring chances from the line. I just saw volume shooters. I saw Logan Thompson didn't really have to make a lot of great saves until the last 2 minutes, where Draisaitl and Bouchard tried their best. Ekholm tried their best. I really wish Ekholm and Bouchard did that all game, but Draisaitl sure did. Man, did he sure try. And Nuge, I think Nuge had an okay game. And you can see that kind of reflected in the ice time. The only 2 forwards to have like 20 minutes was Dry and Nuge. Everyone else was like down to like 13 minutes or something. But I don't know. Like where is our offensive threat? Or are we just gonna have another year of just waiting for McDavid and Draisaitl and Hyman to cycle onto the ice and get their goal, and then we have 3 lines of a bunch of forwards who just are just there to bide the time until they come back? I mean, is that what you want to see? That's definitely not what I want to see. It's not what Washington does as the number 1 team in the league. They're literally the number 1 team in the league. And why? Because they have 4 deep lines. They have Mangiapane, 35 goal scorer, former, previous season, not this season, obviously, on their 4th line. Like, what is that? What, like really? Like, can we talk about like our 4th line having 26 combined goals? No. No, we absolutely cannot. I don't know. It's just year 9, year 10 of McDavid, Draisaitl, and we still don't have any finishing talent, any scoring talent on this team. And it's just difficult for me. I don't know, I really am like kind of shocked and stunned that we're still doing this. We're still doing this. McDavid's 28 and we're still doing this. I don't know, like, is the fire going to come back for the Canucks game? I hope so. Like, I better hope so, because, man, if they play like this, it's embarrassing. Like, if we play like this against the Canucks, I would be embarrassed. Moving in to our 3rd period here, I want to give a little shout out to our Patreon. Are you looking for ways to help an upstart media company employing over 30 young journalists like myself and analysts across Canada? If you have a few spare bucks kicking around, you get to head to our Patreon page at patreon.com/thegameovernetwork. There you'll find multiple tiers featuring extra rewards and goodies for helping us grow. There's extra access, exclusive look behind the scenes, Discord benefits, merch discounts, opportunities to give us feedback, and you can join us for special shows live where you can interact with the hosts as we launch more ways to improve your experience. If you're not able to spare a few dollars, we have a free tier available so you don't miss out. If you really want to help us, make sure you click like and subscribe on YouTube, rate us 5 stars on your favorite podcast app, and share our work on social media of your choice. Word of mouth goes a long way. That's patreon.com/thegameovernetwork. Okay. Luckily, Vegas and LA are also not doing so hot right now. Oilers still, even though they've lost the last 2, they're still just tied for that for the division lead. I mean, that's a very good spot to be in the standings. And I thought that the Oilers, sans the Canuck game, sans the start of the Pittsburgh game, and the start of a bunch of these games, they've been playing some really good hockey recently. But these concerns that I'm having are starting to rear their head halfway through the season, and I'm looking to what is on the horizon in the trade deadline. When, like, do we get Kane back this season? Is Kane gonna be a goal scorer? I mean, I don't think so. That injury clearly took a number on him. The injury to his wrist, and many others. Kane is not gonna be like the goal scoring, like, savior for this team, and he's gonna cost $5 million. Like what else are we gonna do here? Like where are we gonna find these goals? Just like I would like to know. That's what I want to know. Where are we gonna find these goals? Because outside the first line, I'm just not seeing them. I really just am not. And it's disappointing. Like it's just disappointing. Dry settle for Hart. I mean, that's really all I can say. Sorry that you lost this one. Hopefully the team shows up on Thursday for the Canucks. Gonna head into a little merch ad. Then we're gonna head into our last segment. If you have any comments or questions, now is the time to provide them before we sign off for the night. Take a look right over here. You can see some merch. What better way to support something you love than by repping it yourself? Game Over's apparel line has dropped with 3 unique lines. Whether you feel the nostalgic pull of our retro skater design, want to make a statement with our established design, want to wear your love for goalies proudly with our live and die by the goalie design, or if you need another coffee and a toque to get through the winter, we have you covered. Designed by Brady Chalice from Game Over Winnipeg. Take a look through our apparel store and help us rebuild local sports media in Canada while repping your community. Oilers playing 2 days on Thursday. They got a matinee this weekend against Buffalo. And then McDavid's back. I mean, I know I want to be excited for the Canucks game, but I'm almost nervous. Like really? Like, are we just gonna get some volume shots? Skinner gonna show up, show his playoff form? I don't know. I hope you all have a good night. I will see you Thursday for the Canucks stream. I hope that one's a banger, because this one surely wasn't. Have a good night.